I want to
I hope
compose.
that you would compose a
I
song.
will, David. I need to compose a Two Chaps theme song. And I haven't composed anything in a long, long time. I have composed things for myself,
Uh-huh.
but I am going to work on that. I'm going to compose a Two Chaps theme song.
What is your method?
Oh, we went live. We're live now.
Yeah, that's fine. Let's keep the conversation going. What's your method when you begin to compose? Is there a method?
Usually, it's when I'm sitting down and just noodling, improvising, just noodling around, and the mood that you're in sometimes. Or if you have a text that someone else wrote, you might try to set that to music. But
Do you keep notes like that?
oh, I do. Yeah, I have
You
musical.
do?
Yeah, I don't really talk about it. I have uh, uh, where I will write down scraps, and then I've got some from 10, 20, 30 years ago that I never finished. Like, just go back and nothing, just for my own enjoyment.
Yeah,
Just
I
for my,
have doodles or a beginning of a poem or something, and it's in a box, you know. And Tammy and I are we're doing a little thing since we're in this house. We didn't do it in the old house, but we have made 6 meals to where like we have all the ingredients and we're just doing things and we're kind of going by a cookbook, taking our time with the process, and we're going to handwrite what we did as we go, as we live here, like the date, and even though the recipe may have originated somewhere else, it'll be like on this date I or Tammy made this dish, and if it was for an occasion, great, we'll make a little note. But and then fill that book up and maybe heirloom it. My daughter thought that was a great idea. She's like, oh, I want to have that book.
oh, that's a wonderful idea. I love
It's
that.
going to be in our handwriting, little notes, maybe a special occasion, that type of thing.
Oh, that sounds fantastic.
Yeah. Well, hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us on Vintage Uprising, Texas. As you can see, you've joined in our conversation. Scott has joined me tonight for our monthly Two Chat sale, second Monday of every month. And we're happy that you are here. I would be most appreciative if you hit that thumbs up button on the way in or on the way out. That would be fine. Just some little housekeeping is that if you can, while either of us are showing an item, maybe keep your conversation at a minimum in the chat so that those who are interested and are bidding on the items, we can focus on them a little more and not have to go through a lot of chats back and forth to see who won. I will be refreshing to make sure. I know there's a lag. It's somewhere between 7 to 15 seconds sometimes, depends on the internet. We've been lucky lately. And as always, we'll have 10 to 12 items, depending on if it's choice or things like that. We'll see how it goes. And we move quick. If you're not familiar with Scott and I, how we operate, we usually get this wrapped up in no more than 2 hours to get through the items, and that's including an intermission. So if you're interested in an item, if you're buying from someone else as a gift, and you think they may like that item, then bid like you mean it. You might lose it. Someone might snipe it from you. Scott, do you have anything?
To say no, not at all. I'm ready to sell. Fantastic. Just that. Well, yes. Hi, everybody. Nice to see you. Welcome. I'm sorry. Welcome to everyone who's any. That didn't make sense. I was going to say welcome to everyone wherever you are, but thank you for supporting me on Sunday morning with a whole bunch of other resellers. That was fun for me to do that. I did a little live sale thing with a bunch of others, and that was a lot of fun. And all of that stuff is in the mail. I dropped it off today. So that's it.
Okie doke. Just a reminder that was in the chat, it looks like. Make sure you're in live comments or live chat. And I guess you have the option of top chat. You want to be in live chat at all times. And it looks like the lag is only just a few seconds right now, maybe 6-7 seconds.
Oh,
but that's fine. That's perfectly okay. And Scott is my guest. We're going to get it started, and he will go first. So without further ado, there's Scott. And
thank you.
I'm happy to do your starts and stops, so just let me know.
Okay, I will. So thank you, David. And we're going to go ahead and start at $15 for the first offer up. And I'm going to get the tricky one out of the way first. This is going to be a choice. So if you're new to live sales, choice means I'm going to hold up, well, in this case, I'm going to hold up 3 items. The highest bidder gets to choose the item that they want first. And then the second highest bidder can have, you know how it works, and David will help me. So if there's any questions, just pop them in there, and David will answer them for you. But at $15, we're going to start out. Let me show you all 3. I've got 3 candy jars from the 1920s into the early 30s. Hugely popular. All 3 of them are in excellent condition. There's not a chip or a crack on any of them. So let me show you all 3. Yeah. And then we'll go from there. This one is iridescent. But look, in the factory, that's the factory paint that was put on there in the decorating room. Look at that. That one stands 9 inches tall. You'll have a chance to get one of them. And then the next one I'll show you is a little bit smaller, I think. This one also has no chips or cracks in it, and it stands, about 8.5 inches tall. This one doesn't have uranium in it. Pretty flowers that are etched on it, as you can see, cut. These came, these were so popular, and these 2 would be difficult to tell because they're not depression glass patterns, the cheap depression glass patterns like the Jeanette one. And that's the Doric is a very common Jeanette pattern. And that one right there is in pink, and it doesn't have any chips or cracks on it either. And it stands 8 inches tall. And so this one, unlike the other 2, this you'll be able to find teacups and plates and creams and sugars. Yeah, if you want to, because it's a more common depression glass pattern. So I've got all 3 of them. Let's look at them again. Remember, the high bidder gets to choose the one that they want. I can't hold them all up at the same time. Ooh, there's the green, and I love these. And there is the marigold iridescent one. See? Oh, and I'll tell you, and the pink one, if you're looking for something fun to collect. Now, I collect these. You say, well, why are you selling them? Well, because I've got some duplicates, and I don't really want to have 100 of these. I'd only like to have maybe 20 of them, I guess. So these are pretty, and I've decided to go ahead and sell them. But you could probably spend the next 10 years, and even if you bought 100 of these, you could still collect because they're out there in huge numbers and in various forms. So
your high bid is 35.
Okay. Oh, Mecca Lecca High, Mecca Hiney Ho. Let's count them down. The high bidder picks the one that they want. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, sorry, David, 2, 1. I forgot to do that. If you're new, we do that so that David can account for the lag. That old lag. Okay. Ooh, wonderful. Oh, my eye. I got to scratch my eyeball. Okay, there we go. And we'll see what we get. Let's see which screen. I'm looking at a couple different screens here. Our winner will tell us which color, which one that they want, which example that they would like. Is the stop? Hello, David? David?
Yeah, we have Jeffrey Reed at 90 for the high bid.
David, I thought you were gone. I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry.
Oh, good. Jeffrey at 90. Jeffrey, hi, Jeffrey. How you doing? How are you tonight? Jeffrey's up in Massachusetts. I think my camera is falling. Jeffrey, which one would you choose? You must have really wanted one of them. Glad to have you here tonight. So we'll just wait for Jeffrey to tell us the one, and then we'll also look to see who our runner-up is. The pink one goes to you. All righty. Okay, who's our second one, Dave? Thank you, Jeffrey.
Mo 513.
Okay, Mo. And at what price was that? And which one would you like?
45 was the price.
Okay. Mo, would you like the green or the iridescent, or is it a pass? She wanted the pink one. Okay. Well, if it's easy to see, what we could do, David, is just bring the other two back. You want to do that later? Since everybody wanted the pink one? You want me to bring the other two back, or can you see the third?
Well, the third one would be 40. Karen K at 40.
All right. Well, let's see if Karen wants one at 40. Okay. Thank you, everyone who placed your bids on that. You said Karen K.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see if Karen wants. Karen wants the green. So Karen K. Thank you, Karen. You'll take the green at 40. Jeffrey's got the pink. I'll tell you what, we'll bring that iridescent one back. Does that sound okay?
Sure.
All right.
It's up to you.
Thank you. And if you get a chance, everybody, while Jeffrey's here, before I forget, if you don't know, Jeffrey has live sales and has a YouTube channel, and he's now doing thrift hauls and live sales. He is off and running, and I have not been able to do a whole lot of participating with anybody, but I'm back, and hopefully he and I will be doing something together again soon. But if you get a chance, and Jeffrey, if you want to throw the link in there at some point, you can, because he has live sales as well. And he's just gotten started a couple months ago, and we're trying to get him up to 1,000. So way to go. Okay. Thank you.
While Jeffrey is doing that, I'm just going to offer to Michael Kersey at 40, who bid second at 40, if you want the last of the three, which was what color?
Oh, the beautiful marigold one.
The marigold. Michael Kersey.
The beautiful iridescent, and it with the paint on it. Okay. Thank you for doing that, David. I appreciate that. I really do.
And if not, we'll just then we'll bring it back.
We'll bring it back.
No, thank you. Okay, we'll move on.
All right. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, everyone.
Now for my wait, Lynn bid 47. Okay, let me do this. Let's go back. Lynn bid 47. Let me find the 47. Give me a moment.
Okay. If Lynn wants the marigold, and if not, we'll bring it back.
That was after the stop from what I see. So okay, that was after the stop.
Okay.
All righty. My first item is a antique English oak candle. It's a single candle.
Ooh.
Let's see, how tall is this lovely lady? 1 foot tall, oak, turned, silver top, beautiful. This would have had felt underneath, but you can see where that's been two-piece inserted. The felt's gone. Easy to add. I love the old felt. It just gives it character. This is going to start at, forgot to do my own start, but it's going to start at 24. There we go.
I like that.
Beautiful wood, lovely character. Looks like it had a nice drip going at some point that is just old enough to stay on there. I wouldn't clean anything like this. I just love the character.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Correct, Sarah. That felt keeps it from scratching your furniture. But it's very, very handsome. I wish there were two. But if you have several of these, what a fun collection to have in all shapes and sizes.
Yeah.
If you have that oak finish or the mahogany, Becky Leslie's at 25. See, Becky, let me show you I'll get up close here so you can see the detail on the top of the candle. Just a nice candle piece. Good for a mantle, shelf, table, you name it. And I don't see any other bits. We'll count it down for Becky. We're just going to move along here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And I'll count for the lag here. Yes, you can put on a German doily. Absolutely. English oak on a German doily. We'd love to say hello to everyone individually. There's 182 people in here now. We know that's quite impossible to do, but we thank you for being here. If you could help out the channel by just hitting the thumbs up, that would be wonderful. And let's see. Let me do a quick refresh. Maybe I'm talking too close to the microphone. And
Why?
looks like Jan Marie is our winner at 28. That's one. Thank you, Jan Marie. And with that, I will turn it back to Scott.
Okay, starting at $12. This is an offer up. And again, from the Depression era is a really pretty vase. And I had a red carnation to stick in here. It's up there and I can't get to it, drat. Well, anyway, look at that, 10 inches tall. It's really pretty. Now, from this distance, it looks black. Yeah, because sometimes black glass is really black, but sometimes it's a deep, deep amethyst. And if you look at that very closely, you seeing that purple color? Yeah. Yep. Look at how pretty. Look, it's so delicate around the top, and it's not chipped at all. Not chipped at all. And as we go down, we see this beautiful enamel paintwork. That's all factory done. Probably in the 30s when this color glass was the rage. Stripes on the bottom. And I'll turn it all the way around. So it's only painted on that one side. And it stands, did I tell you that? 10 inches tall. I'll back it up here to where you can really see it. I hope. And again, Sometimes it's really hard to determine a maker when there's no pattern. It's a lot easier with American Brilliant cut glass and depression glass with a pattern on it. But stuff like this is hard because, good grief, as you know, everybody copied each other in those days because those glass companies were there to make a profit. So unmarked. I know we have a bid, so I'll go ahead and count it down. Or some bids. 10.
I have the bids on the screen. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, you do. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that's it. I was supposed to sell this Sunday morning, but we ran out of time and I didn't have a chance. So here we are. Oh my goodness. I hope I don't. Okay.
I'll just do a quick refresh.
Okay.
And it looks like our high bid is Evelyn Hill Enriquez at 24.
Evelyn Hill and Enriquez. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. It's a pretty vase. Thank you. Thank you. Hello?
You're welcome. I'll say you're welcome for her. Okay. My next start is 25 for the ever popular black glass base. Beautiful base. This is a large one. It measures, with the feet, you're looking at just over 6¼ inches. The top of it is going to be 5¾ and the insert where your bowl or item will fit in will have to be just under 5 inches, so 4¾ on the insert here. I don't have an item to place on that. It's got the beautiful black paint or gold paint on the block. A little bit of paint loss, but not much. These are just nice to have to put your items on. I don't have much to display now, so I'm nothing this big, but I'm going to pass it on to someone that can use it. Just a gorgeous shape. These were pressed. This one, I believe, is. Let me not get the flashlight in your face, but yeah, this is a really, really dark amethyst. Like if you were to put this between you and the sun, you would see the sun. It would be a very, very deep purple. I don't know if you could see that. Do you see a little purple dot in there in the glass? So you can see through that slightly. Just wonderful glass to have for your collections.
It is amazing how beautiful glass is elevated to a higher level when you put it on one of those bases. I love them.
They are nice.
Love you, love you, love you. Love you, love you, love you.
Okay. We do have some interest here, so I'll begin to count it down.
Yeah.
Sandra and Karen and Justine. And I'll count it down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. I see you, Karen. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Just give me a moment on the refresh.
Refresh, fresh, exciting.
Cool in the game.
Yeah, I changed the words. Did you notice?
I did notice.
I knew you would.
I made a young man sing a lyric because he accidentally hit record over a cassette tape I made of radio hits at the time, and one of them was Cool in the Gang, and I made him sing the chorus that he erased over.
Good. How dare he mess up your mixtape?
He messed up my mixtape, and then that was the sad part, though. It was Cool in the Gang, and then his name was Israel, and then back to Cool in the Gang. Okay, Justine, before the stop, that's going to be yours at 50. Thank you so much. And with that, we'll go to Scott.
Okie dokie. I've got a pie plate filled with salt and pepper shakers. Now, you don't get the pie plate. I'm going to auction that off in a little bit. But at $12, we'll start the bidding. I did a preview video today. I was able to do that. So if you saw the preview video, you already know who's here. And if you didn't, I'll show you now. All of them. Wow. Without the pie plate. $12, offer up. We first have these two little heads, chef heads. There's one. They may have stoppers. They may not. That one has a plastic stopper. Then we have these guys. These are Lefton with their sticker on there. The only damage is she's missing an eyeball. No damage on any of the rest of them. But you will find some without corks.
I believe this is not choice. You get the whole lot, correct?
You get the whole lot. We're looking at an opening bid of $12 and the whole thing, not choice.
Yeah, you get everything.
These are our favorites. Me and David. David and I love this because it doesn't.
I like to sing, yeah.
I like to sing.
Yeah, it's Looney Tunes.
About the Juna and the swing and the dinga. Anyway, so cute. What? That has a cork. Look at that body on him. And then the other one is here too. And then look at these alligators. Can you imagine those tails aren't broken? No cork.
That's amazing.
Ain't it? Look at the smiling crocodiles. So it's a matching set. 1, 2, 3, 4 of them match. But I had to put these two little friends together because they were orphans and I couldn't leave them down in the basement. So the kitty cat and the elephant are going to be best friends together. All right. They're on their own. Black kitty cat with the holes back there. You
do have your opening bid.
And the elephant is excited because he's not being left behind. His mouth is open and out comes the salt and the pepper. So the kitty and the elephant are going to hang out together and everybody else has a mate. So we'll just spin it around and I will count it down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Okay, you guys. Use guys. Whew. Have you ever bought a salt or pepper shaker at a thrift shop? Took it out of the bag and you turn it upside down and you got a lap full of pepper? I have. It's no fun. You know, you get excited and you forget. It happens sometimes. Whew.
You think they would check for things like that, but they don't.
They don't.
They don't do it. Okay,
These are the oldest
winning
ones.
bid is $15. And it's Angela, Wacky Artist 8.
Okay. That's a new name to me. That means round of applause. Round of applause. We have a new person, I think. Round of applause. Reverse. Yay. Angela Wacky who? Wiki Wacky Woo?
Wacky Artist.
Wacky Arts?
Wacky Artist 8.
All right. Angela, you know what to do. Send your information. Make sure that you don't forget to tell me whether you have a PayPal account or not. Because if you don't, then I have to send it to you a different way. So thank you, Angela, and everyone who bid.
Gloria Boyd is asking if we sold the tambourine. We did not. So if you're interested in it, just leave a comment on that video and Tammy will pick it up, or email Tammy at the email just scrolling right beneath us. And we'll take care of that. You have the information you need, Scott? You have Angela's name written down?
I have it written down.
Wonderful. Fantastic. We are moving along. And then let's stay with the black glass. This is going to start at, this is a nice old Ellie Smith. It's a black trophy vase starting at 20. Get that highlighted for you. There we go. This is one of the big ones. This has a silver overlay with those nice floral arrangement. Okay, Gloria, just go ahead and email Tammy and I at the vintageuprisingtx@gmail.com, and we'll take care of you. This is starting at 20. This is one of the larger ones with a ruffle top, round base. Sometimes they have a square base. This one is 8 inches tall. Square base is just over 4 inches. And then from handle to handle, you're looking at almost 7 inches. See, Kel's at 20. This is like the staple of any black glass or Ellie Smith collection. There's a lot of these trophy vases, but it's going to vary. Like the one I have of this exact size that Scott gifted me, which I still have, has the dancing nymphs that are in front. This one has the silver overlay of the bouquet. No chips, no damage on this one. So this is a very, very good piece. And I kept quail feathers in mine for the longest time. So that looked nice in there. But you can arrange the way you want to arrange, or just keep this one without anything in it. Up to you. And since, are we focusing? Not sure what that means. Okay. Okay, we will begin to count this down. Make sure you're in live chat, not top chat. Okay. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Wait for my little countdown on YouTube. There's looks to be like a small lag. Okay. Kels, that's going to go to you at 20. Thank you for bidding. I appreciate that. And we'll go to Scott. Woohoo! What is in your hand? Thank you, Kels.
9.5 inches of black satin. It's a candlestick. It starts at $12. I've only got one, but it's so fantastic. Unmarked. A lot of companies made black satin glass. Tiffin made a lot of it, but so did everybody else. And I didn't have time to get into my candlestick book. I'm looking at it. It's right down there in the bookcase. 9.5 inches tall. No chips or cracks. I love black satin glass, don't you? And isn't that so elegant? Just one.
Carmen has your opening bid.
Pardon?
Carmen has your opening bid.
Okay, 9.5 inches tall on the black satin glass candlestick. Now, I'm not going to take much time on this because I've got some other things to talk about coming up. So get ready, because in about 8 seconds, I'm going to count it down. So if anyone else is interested, other than Carmen, in this beautiful black satin glass candlestick, then lost my train. I don't know. It went. I was thinking of something, and then I went to read a comment, and now I don't know what I was talking about. Okay, the high bid right now is 12. Let's speed it up and count it down. A 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Oh, there goes those blasted balloons. I didn't mean to do that, but it just did it.
I see your bids, everyone, and just waiting for the refresh.
Okay.
And we have Jan Marie at 21 for your high bid.
Thank you, everyone who placed bids. And thank you, Jan Marie. It's going to head your way. Thank you.
Well, May, I see your bids that came in late. Just remember, just to refresh your browser, everyone's internet speeds are differ, so you want to make sure you do refresh. You have your information, Scott?
I certainly do. Thank you.
Awesome. And let me take care of this last piece of black glass. Ellie Smith, Mount Pleasant pattern. This is going to be starting at 16. Highlight that really quick. And again, this has the floral motif. Kels, this would go very nice with the vase you just got. So this is a Mount Pleasant pattern. You can tell by the right away because of the scalloping on top, double handled here. Got a nice large foot. This measures from handle to handle just over 10 inches, 10 and a quarter. Now this one amazingly does have a where whoever had this may have kept snacks or something in there. Who knows? But the silver overlay is still in excellent shape. No chips, no cracks on this, just the wear from the use on top. Yes, just a reminder to hit the thumbs up if you get a chance. That drives traffic towards Tammy's way. Tammy and I. Tammy does appreciate that. She's working in our shop right now, doing her initial inventory. I see Sandra Garcia at 25, and we will count this down. That is the only bid. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just give me a moment. Oh, Jack's going to start barking at something. I don't know what. I just hear him doing that little whoop,
Mm.
and he's growling. Who knows? Okay, I see Sandra Garcia at 35 before the stop. Thank you, Kels and Sandra. I appreciate that. And with that, we will go to Scott.
Okay. What a pretty piece of glass. I was going to hold on to it until next year's snow and ice sale, but it's so nice. I'm going to go ahead and sell it now. Try to anyway. $20. We're looking at an offer up, but we'll start at $20. This is a piece of opalescent glass made in the United States. There's that echo. I'm sorry. I stopped because I think I'm interrupting somebody, but it's an echo. Made by the Dugan Glass Company, also known as Dugan Diamond. This pattern was introduced in 1903. Yeah, it's called Coin Dot, not Coin Spot. I'm sorry, it's called Coin Spot, not Coin Dot. Don't confuse that with Fenton. Coin Spot, manufactured by the Dugan Glass Company. He was a cousin to Harry Northwood. And then so this was introduced in 1903, and then the company became the Diamond Company after Dugan left, and then the factory burnt down in 1931, and that was the end of it. So the Dugan Diamond Glass Company also manufactured Carnival glass. This is a little older than that. Opalescent stuff was popular even in the late Victorian era. First manufactured in England. You can see the little coin spots right there. That's just what they call a pattern. We'll turn it this way and let you look at the inside and the ruffles. And then the company became Diamond. So you'll often hear people say the Dugan Diamond Glass Company. They just sort of put it all together into one. And I forgot to tell you that it doesn't have any damage on it, and it stands at the highest ruffle about 4.5 inches tall. About 4.5 inches tall. It is such a pretty color, pretty blue color. And it can be a candy dish. Sure. Why not? Any questions on this circa 1903, 1904 Dugan coin spot opalescent candy dish? No questions. Okay, great. Well, we'll count it down. Ready? Here we go. 10, 9. I do too, Karen. I am a big fan of Dugan glass. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. You do, Karen? I bet you do. Okay. Golly. All right, we'll put you over here next to my ginger ale. So I guess I'll have a sip. See the bubbles? It's almost flat. There's a few bubbles in there.
Okay, Patsy M got in there before the stop at 43.
Patsy, thank you kindly for your bid and for everyone's bid and interest in that. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Patsy.
Okay. We are moving right along. And let's see. This next start, I'm done with the black glass. So I'm going to go with some EAPG. This is going to start at, let's see, we have a spooner at $12. You're getting glass from 1891. Whoever wins this. Ooh. 1891, and beautiful spooner. King's Crown or Excelsior, if you will. Adams and Company, introduced in 1891. Beautiful little spooner. Let's see what it measures. I like this old glass. I'm so happy to find these things. I can't believe all the glass I passed up before. What do I measure? Here we go. Tape measure. I closed it. That's why. This spooner stands at 4.5 inches tall. And at the belly, we're looking at 4 inches wide. Nice little spooner. Let me show you the detail.
Such high quality. That's a brilliance to the glass. Beautiful.
It is. I have another piece like this that I use as an open sugar next to our coffee maker. So yeah, use this glass. If you get it, use it. It's wonderful old stuff. Very well made. All the old patterns. I mean, I just love finding it now. Like I said, this is like glass history. Probably further, just getting education from Scott and other viewers, of course, that have helped us along the way. And then when we visited the Glass Museum in West Virginia, you talk about jaw-dropping glass. Just amazing. If you go back and look up West Virginia Museum on our channel, we have a two-part. Our visit there was edited into 2 parts. Just amazing samples of glass. Makes you really appreciate the artistry and the work that it takes to do this. It's truly art. Even glass that's mass produces some art to it because of the molds and just the way it's made. But I'll count this down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Just give me a moment. And that's going to go to Miss Karen Williams at 27. Thank you, Karen Williams. Oops. And we'll get back to Scott. Thank you so much, everyone that bid. If you have not gone down that rabbit hole of just looking at the history of some of these glass makers, please do and check out that video that we had. Ooh, jadeite.
Yeah, 2 jadeite D-handled mugs and that as well. You already know this if you saw the preview today, because I did show a preview. I'll talk about the mugs for a minute, and then this little extra thing you're going to get as well. That's old as well, and it's an old original coffee bag. So we'll start at $30 for 2. You get both of them and that bag. $30 is, we're looking for an opening bid for 2 Anchor Hocking Fire King jadeite mugs. One is older than the other. One of them was made between 1948 to 1950, and the other one from 1951 to 61. And we know that from the stamps on the bottom. The oldest one is this one here, because it simply says, and I know it's going to be blurry, it'll say Fire King ovenware or oven glass, but no made in USA and no mold number. This one is from a different mold, and it says Fire King oven glass, but then it says made in USA, and it has the mold number. So that dates this one, which is a fraction of an inch taller. That's the reason why one is a little bit taller. They use different molds because these were produced from 1948, and Hocking was still making jadeite into the 70s. Absolutely. Now, neither one has the anchor hocking, the H with the anchor superimposed, because that didn't appear until 1962. 1962, yeah. But Fire King actually shows up a little bit earlier on the Philby pattern. The script appears. The Fire King script, which is that doesn't appear until 1948. 1948 is when the script. Prior to that, it was block print, and you'll see it a little bit earlier than that with the Philby. The blue Philby. Okay, so the two mugs now. Oh golly, clean, shiny, no chips, no cracks, no condition problems with these at all. Ready to go, and they're called the D-handled mugs. So they're both coming to you, and then for fun, you're going to get a bag. There's nothing in it, but I think you should fill it up with coffee beans and display it. That's an original. I got these from Vinny. I kept two, and I'm selling two. I'm sorry. I won them at an auction from Vinny. I wouldn't give away a gift that he gave me unless he told me to. I wanted to just make that clear. Okay. Unless he said, here, something you can sell. I bought these from him. Colonial, let's say the Colonial Restaurant Coffee, York, Pennsylvania. Okay. That's not too far from me. I can be there in less than an hour. And fill it up, fold the top down, and display it in your 1930s or 40s kitchen. You grew up in York, Carmen? That's right. You told me that. I forgot. Okay, we'll count the D-handled jadeite mugs. When was the last time you found any jadeite in a thrift store? I think they all know the minute it comes in, it goes somewhere. But I certainly have not found a piece of jadeite in a thrift store in about 6 months. Yep, it's hard to find it.
I found one piece in a thrift store last year, and I can't believe in a very high volume thrift store. I can't believe it lasted that long.
All right, we'll count it down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Oh, I have got a surprise coming up. I know it's almost intermission. I've got 6 cut glass knife rests coming up. 6 matching. I wanted to just tease you with them. I'm selling them tonight. I hope so.
Okay, Karen Taylor. Karen Taylor is your winner at 55.
Karen Taylor. Okay. Karen Taylor at 55. Karen, thank you. And then an apology to somebody who I had forgotten that I knew, but I do know. And I saw that you put that in there. My mind just went. But Karen, thank you. Karen, 55, they're yours and the bag. Send me your info. Okay, excellent. Thank you, Karen. Are you new? Have we seen you before, Karen? Are you new to me or old to me? Last person that I said was new wasn't, and I saw it in the chat, and I apologize. I forgot you. It's hard to remember after all these years, and I've been on eBay for 25 years, so I forget. But thank you.
All righty.
Oh, Karen is a newbie. Round of applause, and reverse,
yeah.
reverse. Round of applause. Love you.
And for everyone that's not chatting, not bidding, we're glad to have you viewing. And as Tammy and I call it, you're lurkers in the lurker lounge. We really appreciate you. You can just wave and say hello from time to time, but don't feel any pressure. We love that you're here with us and joining in on all the fun.
Thank you.
I'll do one more item, Scott, and we'll take a brief intermission if you don't mind.
Sure.
That sound good to you?
Yeah.
Okay. This next item will be. It's a little different. We like to bring different here. This is going to start at 20. It kind of reminds me of something that would be in a library or who knows. Let's see. There's my start. Something different. Similar oak base to that candle. It's a looks like a deco design metal spearhead that's been placed on a nice oak base. And it's a little piece of older wood. Look at that wood splitting there. Some decorative piece, who knows? But the metal and wood together, you can't go wrong. How many trophies have you seen on a wooden base or a bakelite base and like a bronze top, silver top? Just something be a nice shelf piece. And this stands. It's not small. From tip to the end of the base is 1 foot, maybe 1.25 foot. The arrow tip, the spear tip itself is close to 7 inches tall by just over 3 inches, 3.25. So in comparison to the candle that sold earlier, you imagine those two together on the shelf?
Yeah.
Kind of neat. So different. Yeah, sort of man cave-ish.
Library man cave-ish thing. Yeah.
Sure.
Why not?
I wish I knew the story behind it. That would be neat, but I have no provenance on this. It's just cool. I picked it up because it was neat. Very different. And there's no markings on it. I wish it had markings. That way you could do a little research on it. I've seen like image searches where this is like wrought iron, like a spearhead wrought iron. But nonetheless, it's screwed in the way a trophy would have been.
That thing is conjuring up some bad memories for me. I'll share them with you.
No.
I'll share them with you in just a moment.
Okay.
It happened in the summer of 1969. I do know that. I was impaled by something that looks very much like that.
Oh, no. Okay, I don't see any beds, so we'll bring Scott back. We'll just bring this back later, and we'll take a brief intermission.
Oh, dear. Do
you want to tell or no?
When I was a boy, there was a trash can. I can see it now. My parents must have gotten it in the early to mid 60s. And it had spear tips all around the top. It was weird, but it was tubular. And you could pull the trash can out. And then this decorative metal thing was around it, but it had spear tips all around the top of it. This was the 60s. I mean, we didn't wear seatbelts or have and I was running around, and I had a scar for quite a while. I think I still have that scar. I fell on it and it cut me on the chest. That thing. Yeah. And it had spear tips all around it, just like that.
Oh, goodness. Well, I didn't mean to trigger you.
Well, I'll sleep.
Isn't it funny? when we first looked at the house, so it happened twice. We first looked at this house, and it has a swing set for the kids in the back. They didn't get rid of it. It's part of the setup. And I remember, I don't know if y'all remember the old little sheet metal swings that were popular back in the 70s.
Oh yeah.
That real thin sheet metal. But I remember I was playing in the backyard. My brother was nowhere around. And I remember cutting a piece of the sheet metal had torn or flipped. And I cut a piece, just a little gash on my forearm. And I believe it's my left arm. And I remember just bleeding. I must have been 4 years old. And I didn't want to tell my mom. I thought I did something wrong. So I took off my t-shirt. It was summer, so oh well. And I probably got in trouble more from blooding the t-shirt. And I snuck into our bathroom to get 3 or 4 Band-Aids, and then my mom figured it out. So I didn't know to throw the Band-Aid trash away.
Did she hose you down with macromachrome?
Oh, she put no. She put hydrogen peroxide, cleaned it up, and rebandaged it. Oh well. But I still have the scar. But I remember thinking that when we first saw the house, and thinking it again as we were moving in about that swing. That swing, I mean, that slide is plastic, but those memories flood back.
I can't remember when the last time I was on a swing set.
Come on over. You can swing.
All right.
Do you need to refresh your drink? Are you good?
I still have some flat ginger ale, right? I haven't had ginger ale in forever either. And I was in the store and I said, I want some ginger ale. So I've got some in an egg.
You're going to make me go out and buy some ginger ale. I haven't had that in a while.
I like some ginger ale. It goes well with ginger snaps.
I bought Tammy a very old silver perfume bottle. She has to look it up, see where it came from. I thought it was gorgeous. I gave it to her today. I thought, here's an early gift. It's just because.
A just because gift.
It's just because gift. I couldn't keep it hidden, so I just gave it to her. What people have ginger? Oh, KP has ginger ale all the time. I'm drinking ginger ale right now too. I'm having wine. Nice cold glass of wine. Okay, let's get it going again. Thank you, everyone. I hope you've had a chance to refresh a snack or two or your drink. We will keep it going with Scott, and he will start with his next item. Just let me know what the start is, Scott.
The start is $35, and I'm sorry, I'm not prepared. It's down here on the floor. And
okay, sorry about that.
It is heavy. Oh my goodness. Okay, 30. Ooh, get up here. $35. Now I know the first question, and here's the answer. Yes. In fact, I made orange juice with it once. Well, not live, but in a video. It's all here, everything, and it works. Woo! It's a sun-kissed juicer. We'll get it in there. From the 40s. The older ones have a jadeite top. Yep. Then when jadeite was going out and white and black and white and red kitchens were coming in, they switched to this. Take a look at the business. It's all there. There's the reamer. See? That little metal thing is often missing, but not on this one. It's clean. It's got its old original cord, which is fine. It's fine. You decide if you want to replace it or not. Replacing cords is not a big deal. But this one is perfectly fine because you're not going to plug it in and walk away. You're going to stand there and use it. Let's put this back on. So this model would be one that comes after the, and it is heavy. You know the way they made things back in Granny's day? Not like today. This thing is still going strong, and it juices because I've used it. I've pushed. It's very strong, and this little metal plate in there catches the seeds. That right there. But that'll
We have
come
a
out.
question if the reamer is glass or plastic. I would imagine it's glass, or is that plastic?
Porcelain.
Porcelain. Okay.
And it's not. This is glass. This is metal. Very heavy. This is like bathtub porcelain. This is like bathroom sink porcelain. You know what I mean. Put that back in.
Heavy duty.
And I'll try to turn it your way and let you see it. And when you push down on it to get the juice out, it's a powerful motor. It keeps on a spinning as you're crushing your oranges or your grapefruits or whatever you want over the top. So there it is. I'm sorry if I'm not holding it. Sun-kissed. See it? It's a heavy one. And what can I say? Not only can you decorate your kitchen with old-fashioned things, you can use them. This will still be running when you and I are singing when the roll is called up yonder and we are gone 100 years from now. If the planet is still around 100 years from now, that thing will still be making juice. I bet you. I bet you. I'm going to put it on the floor before. Well, I guess I'll keep it up there so you can see it, and I'll count it down. Are there any questions on it? Any?
That was the only question I saw.
Okay, well then I'm not going to beat around the reamer. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. There's your little on-off toggle switch right there. Okay. Look how clean it is, because I cleaned it, because I've used it. But I don't really use it, so it should go to somebody who really is going to use it. And I just don't use it. It should be used. All right.
Okay, you had a short little flurry there, and I see Lori Perry at 47 before the stop.
All right, wonderful. Lori, thank you. And we are always sending great wishes your way. Robert, right? Yes.
Robert, yeah.
Robert, we hope that you're continuing to get
better, yeah.
More and more strengthened every day. Thank you so much. And everyone who bid.
Okie doke. So my next item. So I'm going to start here, and I will grab this copper weather vane. This is going to start at 35. Now it's not a true. This is decorative, but it is copper. It's starting to get that lovely patina. See it's starting to get that green patina on it. So it's had some. It's outdoor wear. So you have a copper and maybe some iron mixed in there. So you have I'll just take it. Well, let me measure it while it's on a base. So you have your directional 2-piece there. It's on a flat base. And this is going to stand 19 inches tall. 19 inches tall. I think this might be easy to ship. I say that.
Will it come off on the bottom?
This will slide off. So that's beginning to patina nicely if you like that. I love patina on patinaed metal. It's beautiful. That slides off. These pieces will slide off. So that should be able to
Oh yeah, that breaks down
a little
nicely.
bit more compact. And that may be the biggest issue. This will unscrew and likely that will come off. So that should be able to be maybe not too bad in shipping. But I love these. I love these weather vanes. They very handsome. Look nice on a porch.
Yeah.
I don't know if we have any bids on there. This is going to be well because of the patina. It's going to be an alloy of brass and iron, obviously, because the brass is starting to green, and I see some with some of the elements hitting on it. You see the orange, so obviously there's iron in there as well. You know, everything orange has iron in it when it starts to, you know, whether it's soil or metals. If it starts to have that orange rust or orange look, you have high concentrations of iron. And of course, with the grain, you know, you have brass and copper in there as well, or copper based brass. You know, brass is an alloy, so it's not. Again, this stands 17 inches. I see circle 7 in at 35 for the opening bid, and we won't spend a lot of time on this, so I'll go ahead and count it down.
Okie dokie.
For circle 7, 10, 9, 8, 7. Let's scoot back a little bit. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And do a quick refresh. So Patsy got in there. I did a refresh. I don't know if there was another bid after that. Give me a second.
Mm-hmm.
And Patsy, that looks like that's going to you at $49. Thank you very much. You're going to love it. I think it's very, very handsome. Just like Scott.
Oh, well, what can I? Thank you so much for your compliment. But I fail in comparison to 6. There's 5 of them. And there's the 6th one. Oh, my word. $30 is where we start. You're going to get all 6. It's an offer up. Not only do we have 6 knife rests, they're not dumbbells for a mouse, new, or a cat. And guess what? We know who made them. Who made them? Well, they were handmade in Japan by the American Cut Crystal Corporation, not the American Cut Crystal Company. Watch out, watch out. This is the American, and my camera never focuses close up. The stickers are missing from 2 of them, or the labels rather, but the rest of them have labels on there. I'm not a big label guy, especially at the dinner table. I would just take the labels off, but some people like labels. But there they are. They are cut lead crystal. They're heavy and they're nice. They're not damaged at all. And who wants mustard on their tablecloth? Not me. So I'll tell you, there they are. $30 is the opening bid for 6 of them. Once again, the handmade in Japan, American Cut Crystal corporation. Probably, well, obviously made after the war, and hard to tell, but sometime after the war. See that label? Yeah. What do you think? They're so elegant. Do you have these at your house, David? I don't have a set. You don't? You do? David? Hello? Hello? Maybe it's
I keep passing up on them. I don't know whether I want to get metal or glass. I love the glass. Maybe it's the Malmac dishes Tammy loves. I don't know if I'm gonna pull the trigger on knife rest that's either metal or crystal. Let's say make a Malmac version. I don't know. Tammy loves her Malmac.
Oh, does she? What? Did she find any when she was here shopping in my basement? There's some down there.
I don't know. I don't.
She can have it next time she comes. Anyway, there they are. All 6 of them. Boy. When you're setting an elegant table, there are those little tiny extras. That's that little tiny extra that makes you sort of sit up in your chair a little bit and straighten your tie and stick your pinky out when you're, because they're so nice. All right, I'm going to set them down and stop flapping my lips about them. Oh, come on. Now they're going to roll. Okay, I'll deal with this once I'm off camera. We will count them down. All 6. The highest bid right now is 36. And we'll see if anybody else jumps in there. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. And I'm balancing all of them on the arm of this sofa that I'm sitting on.
And after the refresh, it looks like Jenny Mac is your winner at 41.
Okie dokie. 41. And it's Jenny Mac. Jenny, thank you. And thank you, everyone who placed bids. I appreciate that.
Okay, we're going to move this right along and keep things rolling.
We're doing very well.
Let's see. I haven't looked at the time, so time-wise, I hope we're doing very well.
20 after 9.
Scott had a long night, so I appreciate him taking the time to do this on the second Monday for Two Chaps.
Oh,
this next item is going to start at this is an oldie and a goodie. This is going to start at 30. And no, it's not the cap. It's a hat mold or hat mannequin, if you will. This is an old one. Well, are there new ones? I guess I've seen canvas like head bust. You have the neck and like the canvas shape of a head, but nothing for the hat. I don't see anything new for hats. I guess I've gone to hat stores where they have maybe like a hook contraption with a pad on top, but nothing like this.
Yeah.
But this is oak. I'm sure it's oak. This is an old one. Let me show the bottom. That would have rusted, of course, on a stem or a stand. It's for making hats. Okay. See all the wear that that would have gone on. Just the stories this thing could tell. I don't know if it would be for Stetson. There's no markings on it at all, other than maybe that's for size 7. See that 7 scrawled on here?
Yeah, I do.
On both sides. I have one actually. This is the second one I found kind of out in the wild. This was not bought at an antique store. I found this at a thrift store. Who gets rid of this stuff? Anyway, I'm glad they do. When you share it with all of you. You talk about the alligatoring, Scott. Look at that.
And I'm so glad nobody
Look at
put it.
the scheme and the shaping
Yeah.
and all of that. Just lots of character. Yeah, I wear 7.5 of my big head. But this would look nice in a closet for a hat, or in a bedroom if you keep a hat, or on a dresser. Who knows? I guess there's a way you could set that on a dressing mannequin or a dressing bust. There's got to be a way to do that as well. Okay. I don't know that there's any interest. Robert's in there. Hey, Robert. Robert's in there at 30. So I'll count it down for Robert. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. This has got to be antique. And let me do a quick refresh. And Patsy M got in there at 43 with the snipe. Pew, 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 pew. Patsy M, you're going to love this. Sorry, Robert. We hope you're feeling better. Patsy M, this has a lot of character. You're going to love it. And Scott back. All righty.
Oh, I have to really pull this back so you can see it. From the late 19th century, a kerosene oil lamp starting at $25. Original. There it is. Antique. 1880s, 1890s. Let's look at it from the bottom up. Look at that beautiful iron base. This is unmarked. There is no writing on it. What you might think to be writing is actually the embossed pattern from the top that we can see underneath as well. You don't always have a foundry mark. Look, of course, gold originally, yeah. And then this is the base. And then we'll move our way up. We have a nice walnut stem. We work our way up to the pressed glass and then the top. Now, the nice thing is I'm leaving in the socket fitter. If you'd like it to be there, it's there. So at $25 is where we're looking to start. That'll come off. In other words, leave that on if you want. That was put on there so that someone could screw in a socket to electrify it, which is a safe way to use it. Nothing wrong with that. And then the cord would just trail down. But if a person wanted to put a burner and all that business back on, you could get a pair of pliers, you pull that off, that piece will come off. That's a separate piece from this. And that'll come off, and then this is threaded, and then you can actually put a burner, a chimney, and all that stuff, and wait for the lights to go out. Wait until you lose your electric. I don't want anybody to lose their electric. But it does look like we have, I think we have a bid there. Yeah, I think of 27. Okay. This appears to be walnut in the center. If that could talk, right? I know I can talk, but I'd rather, if that could talk, I would be quiet and listen for hours, wouldn't you? It stands right there, 12 inches tall. Are there any questions at all?
I wonder what he would sound like.
What the oil lamp would sound like?
Mm-hmm. I like to sing.
I like
Maybe not.
Any questions? Uh,
About what
year?
year?
Well, we would be late 19th century. You know, homes were being electrified in the 1890s, the wealthy certainly, and 1880s, 1890s. But a lot of people held on to this for years. But that's an old one. So you're way back in the late 19th century. You can't actually put a year, but you can put 1870s, 80s, 90s, something like that.
An era.
An era. An era. Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's from an old timey era. Yeah.
This is the last. This is the last item for QVC for this type lamp. We have Frida Fairweather at 27 here on QVC. Scott's holding the last lamp.
What are you saying? What are you doing? I don't see. I don't.
I'm making light of our friends on QVC.
You know, I don't see it. I don't have cable or anything. I've only seen it once or twice when I'm at somebody else's house, and my mother doesn't watch it, so I don't.
Oh, and they entertain you with QVC. How nice of them. Pass the pasta salad. We're watching QVC. Let's go.
No, my mother does not watch it.
Oh, okay.
She doesn't buy from that. But anyway, we'll count it down if there aren't any questions. The color combinations aren't they pretty? Yeah, and I would leave it just like it is. I mean, I wouldn't. Oh my gosh, I would just leave it like that. And for me, I would personally put a light bulb on it and a shade, and you can use it safely. Yeah, but I do know people like to take these back, and since it's not drilled, you know, there's no damage to it. It can easily be put right back. Just pull that out, put your burner in there, and light it up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. This thing is about 150 years old. As much as 150 years old. Made after
No way.
This way. Made sometime between the administrations of Abraham Lincoln and William McKinley. So that's about 40 years. About a 40-year span, somewhere in there.
Patsy M is crushing it tonight. She got in at $38 for that item.
Patsy got it at 38. All right, good deal, Patsy. Way to go. That's so nice. Thank you, Patsy. Thank you, anyone else who placed bids as well. All right, Patsy, 38.
Wowzers. Hide current comment. Okay. Let's do a little 1972, shall we?
Why not?
This is starting at 12. And Pomander. It's the shape of a quail. There's a little openings where you just do a little shake. Could have baking soda, a scented powder, wonderful little drip glaze on this quail. Total early 70s. It has a stopper on here. This may have been a project piece, believe it or not.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like it was done by Alice with a Y, in 72. Alice with a Y in 72. This Pomander quail is for you. Uh-huh. The Partridge Family. Yeah, that does remind me of the Partridge Family. Good call. Let's see. She stands at stands at 5¼ tall, and from beak to tail, 6 inches. Beak to tail, 6 inches, and 5¼ as he or she stands. Great shape, no chips on the glaze, beak intact, everything intact. Again, it has a stopper. I see Evelyn Layton at 12 for the opening bid. And let me know what you use it for. Just shake away. He is cute. It's a fat bird, y'all. Look, it's a fat bird. Okay, we will count this down for Evelyn. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. There we go. And looks like that's going to go to Miss Evelyn Layton. Thank you very much. And with that, we will go to Scott.
It's time for some fry glass, and don't I love it? $25 is where we start. You're going to get both of them. Fry glass. Yeah, it was made in Pennsylvania. And you have a pie plate, and you have a covered casserole. Now, the pie plate has absolutely no condition problems with it at all. And it's a 9-inch pie plate. It's deep, too. It's like an inch deep. No, it's an 8-inch pie plate. I didn't account for the rim. And it's an inch deep. Inch deep. Now, you get both of them. This is that opalescent. I don't know. I hope it's showing up, that opalescent glass. You know,
oh, yeah, absolutely.
And, the patent dates are May the 8th, 1917, and then May the 27th, 1919. This is old glass. This has the same patent dates on it as well. This one also goes back, has those same patent dates. And Fry marked everything. This is oven glass. Now, Fry had an agreement with, well, he paid a licensing fee, and he got whatever he needed to get from Corning, so they could make oven glass. Look at that handle. The lid, perfect. The casserole dish, it's got one funny little right there. That's it. It's not even a chip. Well, it is a chip, but it's like a notch but it's just this odd little notch that got chipped out of it right there, right on that rim. No consequence at all, hardly. You see that? That's tiny. And then there's a little tiny right there. But look, that's it. Glass from 1919. Well, that's the newest patent date. 1919 into the 20s. And the casserole dish itself measures about 7.5 inches across. And it stands not quite 3 inches tall without the lid. We'll put the lid back on. The lid is also marked Fry. I don't know if you can, probably can't, but the lid is marked Fry and Fry oven glass with the patent dates on the bottom. Not only did Fry make kitchen glass, we talked about this before, but David saw some beautiful Fry glass at that museum, didn't you? In West Virginia.
Oh, gorgeous.
The lemonade sets and whatnot. So, Fry glass has always been one of my favorite things to collect and to find. And because this was made in Pennsylvania, I still find a lot of it. I still find a lot of it around here, but it was shipped, by train to different places. Let's see. How are we doing here? Okay, looks like Adam has a bit of 25.
Adam's at 25.
Counting it down. You're going to get both of them. All three pieces. The dish, the lid, and the pie plate. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. You know, it reminds me of a jellyfish. Those
The
phosphor.
iridescence of the jellyfish. Okay, Adam's going to get that for 25. Good get, Adam.
Good get, Adam. 25 on the fry glass. Adam. And it's Adam. Which Adam are you? I got more. I think I know. Are you just Adam?
Adam.
Yeah. Adam.
Adam of the.
I know you, Adam. I know your last name. I got you. I got you, Adam. Adam, thank you. Because
Adam is sitting right there in front of his monitor or phone. Yes.
Because Adam, your name is the same name as a last name is the same as a piano player. Did you know that?
Ah.
A classical. Maybe it's you.
Chopin.
No.
Chopin.
He'll know if he.
Beethoven.
Oh, the dresser mirror. Yes, Adam, that came in the mail, right? And it didn't get broken. I remember. Yeah. So, well, you have permission now because you said your last name. Yes. I can't remember his first. Oh, Joshua Rifkin is a wonderful ragtime piano player, and he made some wonderful recordings of some. He's my favorite interpreter of Scott Joplin rags. Adam Rifkin, not Adam Rifkin, Joshua Rifkin. Anyway, I'm talking too much. Are you related?
Is he related?
I don't know, but good. The mirror got there. You would have told me if it was broken, and I would have paid you back. It's stunning. Oh, I'm glad you like it, and it's on top of. Remember, you got a high boy, and it looks nice on it. Wonderful.
That's great. Okay, we are almost there, Scott.
Okay.
We're almost there. Okay, the next item I have starts at $15. If you like American art pottery, this is a nice, beautiful glaze mixing bowl. No handle. There's a spout. And it has a little indentation for your finger. And that way you can grip and do your pour, or just hold it by two hands. And this is signed. I believe this artist is in the Southwest, Paisano Pottery. Forget her first name. I think she's in New Mexico. She's had some like Pueblo lines and other renderings of other styles, older styles that are passed down from generation to generation. This is a glaze style that she did with a stripe going through there. There's some wonderful greens, some almost like an aquamarine blue, and a lovely golden brown in there. There's the bottom. Looks like someone used this item. You can see the wear on the bottom, so that's nice. That someone would go ahead and use it for what it's intended for. You know, batters or mixed batter. Yeah, thank you, Lisa. Ooh, yes, pancakes. Or Tammy calls them panty cakes.
Panty cakes.
She said she's not making fun. It's just comes out of the Tam dictionary. She panty cakes. She just blurts it out there. Panty cakes. Let's go get panty cakes. Okay. I just play along.
Yeah.
She's a fun animal to laugh at. It's 8.5 from spout to the back, and across is 8.25, and we're looking at 4.5 inches deep. Just wonderful, wonderful piece. Again, signed Southwest artist should look her up again, but Paisano Pottery. And she's a listed artist, and I will count it down 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, Lori Perry, that's going to you. Thank you so much for bidding. Aside, you're going to love it. It's even more stunning in person. And you know me, I don't just
As are
pick
you.
up
As are
anything.
you.
Wait.
Mutual. What is it? Mutual Admiration Society.
I'm sorry.
Yes. Yes, indeed. Now, David, prepare yourself. I shall supply you with a bit of a song lyric, and you shall complete it. Are you ready?
I am ready.
Does anybody know what time it is?
It's game time.
No. Maybe that song is before your time. Does anybody know what time it is? Does anybody? That must be before your. They'll put it in the chat.
I feel so inadequate.
BJ Thomas. Anyway, $15. Come on. Somebody is going to fall in love. I bought this clock and everybody made fun of it. Somebody is going to want this for their springtime kitchen. It's a Holland mold ceramic, and I don't know how many were made. You know, now whoever did it didn't put a date on it, but they signed their initials M something. I don't know. Right there, and you can barely see underneath. It does say Holland mold. Now the clock runs beautifully. This has to be, now Holland mold has been around for a while. I bet you this has to go back to the 70s. Might even be the 60s. I'm not a ceramic guy, homemade ceramic person, but at least the 70s. The cord is fine. I plugged it in. It doesn't make any noise. It runs very quietly, and it keeps perfect time. Look at how pretty it's. I mean, that almost looks like somebody professionally did the glaze on that. Does it not? I mean, they knew what they were doing. We're looking for $15 to start. There's no damage on it, no chips or cracks. That's just got kitchen written all over it, doesn't it? And you know, now some of you might cringe at this, but there's no need. If you don't want an old cord hanging, take that off and put a battery. Everybody went, no, not going to hurt the value of something like this at all. It really won't. Again, we're not talking about an antique, but if you want to hang this on the wall and not be bothered with an electric cord dangling down, stick a battery operated one in there. It's not going to hurt the value of this. But there it is. And Ali Monty has the opening bid of 15. Ali, I like it, and I bet you do too. That's moving because I'm jiggling it. When it's running, it runs perfectly fine because I had it running, and you'll be able to run it and it will tell time. So if there are no questions, we'll count it down. I think it's pretty too, Lisa, especially the dogwoods or whatever. And I think yeah, 4 petals. Ready? Here we go. 10. Count it down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. And there's this hole back here so you can hang it. I like it. I do like it.
And the balloons.
Yeah, there they are again.
Okay, that's going to Ali Monty.
Excellent. Ali Monty gets it at 15, right?
Yes.
Alrighty. Thank you.
Folks, make sure you're in live chat. And if you get a chance on the way out or in, hit that thumbs up button. That would be skintastic. Nice. Okay, it's not old. It's modern, but nice gift for dad or uncle or brother or boyfriend. It is Valentine's Day coming up.
Yeah.
It's going to start. Uh, he may need it for the hotel you're going to. Who knows?
Who's going to a hotel?
It's a toiletry bag
Oh,
for a gentleman,
okay.
starting at 15.
True.
Nice little dark brown and tan brown from Vitelli. Great shape. Opens up. Keep the toiletry in there. Canvas inside. Zippers and buttons are fine. They zip. It buttons in a nice little hanger to put on in the closet or the back of the restroom or bathroom hook. Nice little flaps. Let's see. Completely. This measures 21 inches by almost a foot. 21 foot. Very handsome. Well built. Well stitched. Not quite marine stitching. Heavy marine stitching, but done very well. And you just fold it like so. Buckle it up, and you're good to go. Handle's in great shape. And it's that big. Someone's leaving. Good night. Good night.
Oh, good
Glad you
night.
could join us. Hit that thumbs up button on the way out. Starting at 15, and I will count this down because it is not glass. Not that everything has to be glass. 10, 9, 8, 7. It is leather. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Smell of leather. And we'll bring Scott back.
Okay.
Okay.
I have got for you 10 matching depression glass pink plates. They're 7.5 inches. They're pink. And we start at $30 for the 10 of them. These are nice polished bottoms, ground bottoms, fire polished plates. Regardless of what they look like under these ring lights, they're pink. I'm going to put them down because I don't know how long I can balance them this way. They're all the same, and the condition is excellent, except now for my fingerprints. Putting them down, they are heavy. Let me just double check. 7.5 inches. There. Look at, you don't see any utensil marks, and you won't. They're all super clean, beautiful pink plates. This is where the bottom of it is ground. That's a sign of quality. It won't scratch your table or mess up your tablecloth. Yeah. There's no etch, so nice and plain. It would be almost impossible to tell who made them. But it could be any one of those glass companies from the 1930s. 10 of them, luncheon, dessert. No chips or cracks, no scratches, no dishwasher damage. And when we talk about elegant depression glass, a lot of you, most of you already know that this was the better quality department store glass, not the free giveaway glass. The stuff that you had to go to a jewelry store or a nice Neiman Marcus, Bamberger's, Strawbridge and Clothier, that kind of thing, to
Barons.
buy. Wanamaker's, of course. Harrods, did you say Harrods if you're over in Britain, in London? Is that what he said? I didn't hear him. So there they are. Anybody want to jump in there with an opening bid of $30 for all 10 of them? And we don't have any opening bids. We're going to give you another second to see if there's any interest in these 10 pink plates. And then we're going to, in fact, you know, the other thing I'm going to do is bring back, what am I
You have your
bringing back?
opening bid, Susan Williams.
Okay, Susan. We're going to bring this guy back as well with his lid. That'll be, that might be my last item tonight, I think, because we're getting close to 10 o'clock. Let's count down these beautiful fire polished pink depression glass, elegant depression glass plates, which can go back as far as the late 20s. Pink comes on the scene, 1926, 27, and stays popular for several years. Counting them down, the high bid right now is 30, 10,
Yes.
9, 8. Yes, Easter dessert on these. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. 10 matching, no scratches, no chips. You're going to get a good deal there, because when are you going to find those again?
Okay, Susan Williams.
She got them for 30. All right, Susan.
Yes.
Susan Williams. Wonderful, Susan. I will wrap them very carefully. And Susan Williams, you've got it. Don't forget. I will say this before it comes back to me with my last item, that I will do the invoices tomorrow before lunchtime. Well, I'll put it this way, before 6 p.m. Sometime tomorrow, all the invoices will go out. If you don't get an invoice from me by the time you've washed the dinner dishes, whoever washes them, and cleans everything up for the night, reach out to me, because it means that somehow we didn't get connected. Either I messed up or I didn't get what I needed from you. So that's not talking to you, Susan, but anybody who doesn't get an invoice by, after dinner on Tuesday. But David, you want to do, and then I'll finish this, or do you want me to just polish
No,
this
go
off?
ahead. You're there.
Okay, we'll polish this off. We'll bring this in and see if anybody jumps in. We're gonna $15. We'll just do an offer up. It's a nice one. Circa 1925 to 1935 ish. It's a candy jar, really candy jar, not so much box. 9 inches tall, and it's in an beautiful iridescent marigold color. And when we zoom in, we'll see some pretty little enamel flowers that were hand painted on in the decorating room at the factory. It is not chipped or cracked. And it's waiting for you to dump a bunch of Mary Janes in there. I love me a Mary Jane, don't you? Alrighty. We do have a bid, and I shall not drag it out. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Now you sit right there.
Let me refresh.
Refresh, fresh, inviting. I know that's not the words, but
Patsy M is your winning bid at 23 before the stop.
Patsy, thank you. And thank you, everyone.
We'll just leave Scott there, and we'll just watch him breathe.
I'm going to be able to get in bed and go to sleep at 11 o'clock tonight. And then there's no cheering or fireworks tonight.
Absolutely. I have,
Ugh.
let me show one item that I have not shown. And then
Okay.
I use these to hold pins. I am going to also start a painting, believe it or not, up in my loft office, or as some of our viewers call it, my tree house. But it's a flower frog. I love these little compact. They're great for holding pins. Um, I'm going to use them to hold some paint brushes. I'm going to attempt to do a version of a Rothko on a small scale, of course. This small frog is starting at, what do I have him at? $6. $6 for the little frog. This is 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 holes in the larger centerpiece, so 9 holes. Like I said, put pins in here. Actually use it for an arrangement. Brushes, other utensils, whatever you want to do. Get crazy.
Get
Get
crazy.
crazy, Jenny Mac. Jenny Mac wants to get crazy. You know, use this for an arrangement, Jenny. I don't know. Oh, why put around with the Rothko? I'm gonna start kind of simple. Get my feet wet again. Been years since I painted anything. I mean, I was a teenager, a young man, and I'm not gonna go like crazy and do some of the bright. I want to keep it kind of low key in there with the green paint, maybe some purples and some blues, maybe a deep gold. Kind of play with it a little bit, but just the pattern, just the pattern. And I may scrap it and paint over it. Who knows? Who knows? Okay. Janet Green's at 12. I'll count this down: 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Do a quick refresh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Ginny Mac was first at 16. So, Ginny, you're going to get that. Thank you. Let me write you down. And the only item that I had left is the spear on a stick, which is $20. And that would be a nice shelf piece. If anyone's interested in that, just let me know. Metal on wood. I love it. Don't mind keeping this either. And that's it. Any reminders, Scott? Anything going on?
Let me see. Well, good heavens. I am still working on my electric lighting, which is all going to be on eBay. And I've got some mid-century glass. Yeah, I'm really getting things. I had a whole bunch, all that Pyrex sold today that I put on eBay, which was wonderful. So I'll really be working this week on eBay. And then I'll see you next Monday night. Next Monday night is my regular old solo live sale. Maybe David, who you usually moderate for me, but if you can't, you can't, no worries. And then no. And then there may even be a surprise. There might. I don't want to promise. There might be a surprise drop sale video later this week. I'm thinking
Oh,
about
nice.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. Because we've all had weather, of course, and there's more of it coming here. It seems like every other day it's some snow and ice. So I've really been in the house a lot and digging through the basement and getting stuff out and not really out as much doing the thrifting
Mm-hmm.
while
And
the weather is so nasty.
maybe you're tinker, circling back to our conversation earlier when we went live of composing.
Oh, our
That'll
song.
be
Yeah, I'm going
fun.
to compose a song for the Two Chaps. I am going to compose a Two Chaps
That would be
theme.
wonderful. Okay, everyone. Just some housekeeping here. Tammy and I will have our live sell Wednesday, Vintage Uprising Texas, here on this channel, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. And she reminded me that February 13th on this channel will be her Galentine's Day with guest D of Thrill of the Thrift and who, Tam? Vintage Peep Show a Go Go, Margot in Nevada, Silver Springs. And then, of course, Tammy just wants to wish you a happy Valentine's Day for Friday. So, thank you, Scott, for joining us. Always a pleasure, always fun. Chew on that double mint gum. See what I did there? Thank you, everyone that came in and joined us, and those who bid, those who lurked, those who are going to have fantastic items shipped to them. We thank you for your support, supporting small businesses like our friend Scott and Tammy's small business, which I help her with. And we thank you. Hit the thumbs button if you haven't done so already on your way out. And any questions or comments, just leave them in the comment below under the video or email us. You can always email us and let us know what your favorite item was. Scott, thank you again.
Thank you.
Go get your rest.
And
we'll see everyone later. Thanks, everyone.
good night, everyone, and thank you. Happy Valentine's